Okay, so I spent a whole lot of time this afternoon working on an essay, and this evening I was very excited to come home and do a little another study break video, and I was thinking about doing some reduxes on like other videos that I've done in the past and respond to some things that people have said, and then I saw this.
So I've selected my set of 3 words, noun, adjective, and verb, and what I'm going to do now, just to have a bit of fun, is I'm going to set a timer for 4 minutes, and I'm going to have 4 minutes to make up a story somehow using those 3 words within it. As a bit of added fun, I'm going to give you guys a noun, an adjective, and a verb. Those are formula, chalky, and fencing.
And I will do the Redux video another time. I am doing this right now. So to change the challenge a little bit for myself, I'm going to take the story that Mike wrote, all right there, as well as the 3 words, and I'm going to continue it. And I'm also going to do a 4-minute challenge. Now, I don't have a fancy schmancy Nexus 7 dealio to have countdown. In fact, I don't even have a countdown timer. That's not my iPod, and my iPod is what's filming right now. So I'm going to put an alarm on my phone to 4 minutes from when I start, and then we'll wait till that minute starts, and then I'll start. This is going to vanish because I can't figure out a way to leave the screen on, so we're both going to be in suspense here. Waiting for 9:18. 17. I did not realize how stressful this could be. Come on. 18. All right. Let's begin. There's some things you don't realize when you topple a kingdom, when you take the people that are in the wrong and you replace them with, well, what? That's the real question that you're left at. What do you replace the problem with? And how do you prevent the problem from coming back, but just in a different skin? Todd had had a full 5 minutes since his victory, and with his potato car, he sat in front of his house, and he thought. The crowds were still cheering. They were running through the streets. They were proclaiming the victories of democracy. They were proclaiming the victories of everyone defeating the evil president and throwing him in the moat to go to those alligators. I'm sorry, to those crocodiles. And he thought about the crocodiles. He thought about what he would do with the crocodiles. What he'd do with the moat. Who would live in the castle? Would they tear it down as a sign of defiance? Would they try to convert it? Would they try to turn it into something else? Some sort of public library or something? But above all, who was going to lead it? Now, he heard from the streets someone call that there was a meeting starting in City Hall, and that they're going to discuss the new government, and for everyone to come with great haste. And so as people bustled and hustled through the pebble-strewn streets, Todd found himself following the flow. And when he got to the front doors, the doors that were so old, that were wooden and warped, on the stone enclosure, it seemed to just gape wide open, swallowing all who entered. He walked in, and though there were people milling about and there were many voices, one man had gone up to the podium in the center of the room, and as he turned and looked, Todd saw the glint of ambition in his eyes. He was an old man. His skin had a sort of chalky complexion to it. He didn't quite seem leprous, but at the same time, he didn't quite seem healthy. The man stood there, and he suddenly shouted, "Everyone to order!" And everyone stopped, and everyone looked, even though nobody knew why. It was just the man that was standing there. It was the man in the place. It was the man who everyone knew they were supposed to listen to, and Todd listened too. We must replace our evil government with one that is good. We must create something that we all agree upon. We must create a new government that cannot be corrupted. But first, we must create protection for ourselves. At this, the crowd cheered, and Todd felt like cheering with them, but yet something held him back. Something about this seemed far too familiar. And this man with the chalky complexion shouted out, "We need to write a new formula. We need to reinvent this whole system. But to do that, we're going to need time, and in the interim, we are going to need protection." And the crowd cheered again. And as the crowd calmed down, he composed himself and he said, "Who among us is able-bodied and is able to protect us from the invaders without and the conspirers within that would bring back the old tyranny?" And 20 men stood forward. And Todd wasn't one of them. Something still just felt wrong. And the man on the podium continued, "These men will be your protectors. These men, for the time being, while we figure this out, these men will be your authorities." And that's it. Your turn. Dang it, I didn't use fencing. Alright, well I got 2 out of 3. Your 3 words are down below, because my battery's running out on that thing, and I don't want the video to be destroyed and for the thing to die, so bye.